I'm going to pull up Camille's.
Yeah, I sent you my little deal, didn't I?
Yesterday, yes. So Camille sent me her mindset work that she was already working towards. Camille, do you mind if we bust this open today?
Of course not. I expected nothing less.
Okay. So you guys, let's jump right into it. So the reason we are here is we're working on mindset as we grow to build our businesses. Some girls in this month are working towards a rank based goal. All of us though are looking to grow, and a lot of us are working to grow our impact on a certain social media platform. Somebody just walked in my house. I'm gonna shut the door. Okay. I didn't want to yell really loud and wake up the baby. Okay. So we are all working towards a goal. It's growing an impact, whether it's rank-based goal or not, it still works that you are growing your impact. Because as you get to be a team leader, that definitely means that, that you are growing your impact by leading your team. So end of the day, every single person on this call, your circumstance is that you are growing your impact. Camille specifically, we're going to just hash this out. Okay. So her goal is I am working towards Artist 4. And the first thought that comes to her mind when she's doing this, you have written down, I won't be able to do it because no one has signed up underneath me. Okay. So the thought piece also is not that important for us to, well, we are going to dissect it, but what I want to emphasize right now is that it's not so much the thought, but it's how it makes you feel. So the feelings that she feels when she thinks that thought is I feel defeated and rejected based on my past experiences with reaching out to people. Those are valid feelings. And so the action is she doesn't reach out to anyone else, and you don't know how to do it without seeming or feeling pushy. And her response is she will write a message that doesn't sound pushy and then send it to the 2 women that she would like to mentor. Okay. So here's the thing. Feeling defeated and rejected will never make you show up in a confident way. Am I right or wrong? Give me thumbs up or thumbs down, people. I only have 2 people with their cameras off, but it's okay. Okay. You won't show up in a confident and bold way. If you were ready to jump in and think about right before you started the artist program, what feeling did you have about your upline? Was she confident? Did she love what she was doing? When you guys were in those conversations, did you feel confident in her? And I'm looking around. I know Bethany works with Krista Norris. I know Krista had a very confident conversation. I know Raquel signed up under Jillian. I know Jillian had a really confident conversation. I know Haley and TJ signed up with Leslie. Leslie was nice and confident, I'm sure. Camille, I know when you talked to Marley, when you first signed up, I know Marley can have a very confident conversation. Yeah. If those ladies had shown up and been defeated and rejected, do you think you would have joined the artist program? Why would you want to jump in to something where it's a defeated environment? Like, I really want to go join that group. That's a bunch of defeated women.
No, I mean, so
I want to ask you, Camille, do those feelings of rejection and defeatedness, do they serve you in trying to grow your impact?
No, of course not.
No. Okay, so what would serve you?
If I felt more courage, if I felt more okay with a no.
Okay, that's really good that you bring that up. Okay, so why currently do you feel like you're not okay with getting a no?
Well, it hurts
why?
Huh? It hurts my feelings.
Why?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of no's just growing up as a kid. And so, I mean, I have a lot of relationships that I've had a lot of no's in,
Okay.
just in my past. So I'm certain that is why, is because those people rejected me, and it was a lot for me to ever feel like I got their approval or, you know, yeah.
Okay. This is important stuff because
Yeah.
it does show up in your business. It comes
Yeah.
out to play as you grow your business, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we take a deeper look into that thought process of you needing them to give you their approval?
Sure. We can.
How can we change? What thought process can we implement from the get-go that relieves you of the pressure of requiring their approval?
Well, I mean, logically, I know I don't have to have their approval.
Okay, so that's from a logical standpoint. Okay, keep going with that thought though. Why is that not enough?
Well, because it hurts to not feel like, I mean, it hurts that to not to feel like I have approval. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough, or people don't have faith in me. They don't feel like she knows what she's talking about. So why would I want to join her team when she doesn't know what she's doing? You
Whose
know,
approval is super important to you? Like if you were to list
everybody,
out 5 people, huh?
everybody's approval.
And let's pick 5 people because
Okay.
even if you did everything flawlessly and you were, Serena Williams, there's people who disapprove of Serena Williams and she's a
Sure.
freaking beast. So tell me 5 people who matter the absolute most of their opinion.
Okay. Well, my husband, who already approves of me,
Done. Husband, done. Okay, who
m-
else?
my 2 children, adult children, they're already on board.
Great.
Um,
We're doing great so far.
yeah, right.
Okay. We only got 2.
Oh, I mean, my best friend already approves of me. We've been friends for 40 years almost.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I would say my parents, but I feel like that's probably it. It's probably my parents, because I never felt like my dad approved of me. I feel like he does now that he's later in life and he realizes that I'm the one that's taking care of him for the last 10 years, and not all these people that he put his trust in all those years ago and pushed me to the side. Like, that whole relationship has changed now because I didn't grow up with my dad. He had a new family that
Gotcha.
was the important family, and I was the first family and didn't really matter. And then my mom and I don't have a good relationship and never really have.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure that, I mean, I know that's, I'm sure that's what it is.
Okay. So on these people that are the most important people to you, have they seen you at your worst
Yes.
and they still approve of you?
The ones that do, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So these people that you're talking to just about the artist program, have they seen you at your absolute worst?
Oh, no.
So do they matter?
No. Sure they don't.
They don't. They don't.
Okay.
And for you to try to appease them and to be who they want you to be is bananas and you know it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
their opinion of you really doesn't matter. You've already got a list of 5 people who have seen you at your absolute worst, and they still choose to love you anyway. That actually probably makes them love you more because they know all of you.
Okay.
And this business, growing it, we are vulnerable in this business when we grow our teams and when we're developing relationships with other artists and customers, but it's a very controlled amount of vulnerability.
Okay.
They're never going to see our worst.
That's true. I mean,
They
yeah.
only get to see our best. So if you've got people in your corner that have literally seen your worst, you literally can't do worse than that. And these people, all the rest of the people and the people that you would want to build a team with and to work with on a long, ongoing basis, they're going to get the best of you. How easy is it going to be for your team to connect with you and love you when you're giving them their best? They won't see your worst. But you should take a lot of confidence in knowing that you have a list of people who have seen you at your worst and still accept you wholeheartedly. If everybody on this call saw me at my worst, they may have a different opinion of me, but they'll probably never see the worst of me. So we get to keep this opinion intact. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I mean, what you're saying make that yes, that's a whole different perspective on it.
Okay,
Yes.
but here's what you're going to have to do. This is the work part. Changing your mindset is hard work. And
Yeah.
it's very intentional work. So
Okay.
now that you can say, okay, in this moment, when we're having this conversation, it all feels a lot clearer. It makes a lot of logical sense. Okay, I'm on board, Jessica. Sure. Sure. But then what happens when you show up tomorrow to actually work and you feel a little raw about it still? And you're
Okay.
like, oh, how do I get back to feeling that place? You've got to do this mindset work every day.
Okay.
And you have to consciously fill in that T place, the thought place of I am enough and my customers and team get the best of me. That's more than enough.
Okay.
And so no matter how I show up, no matter what I do, I'm already enough. And on the flip side of that coin, the more you show up in a confident way, knowing that you're enough, you become that confident person that has that conversation with a new artist and they feel your confidence coming through. Just like you felt from your upline when she recruited you.
Okay.
Because in the dark, ugly parts of the upline that recruited you and everybody who's on here, their upline does have dark, ugly parts because we're all human. You didn't see that part. You saw the best of her, the confident her. And the beautiful thing about this business is that the version you get of your upline. Most of the time.
Okay.
We'll change the thoughts to I already am enough. I
Okay.
am confident.
Mm-hmm.
And then the feelings from that should be a lot more confident.
Okay.
So as you're already doing all the actions that I know that you're doing, the results will change because you're showing up as a different person.
Okay.
The confident version of Camille.
Okay.
Tell me what you think about that.
I think that, I mean, I like to, I mean, I definitely see a different perspective. Like what you just said to me is like a whole different way than I've ever thought about this before.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
That's
I
good.
mean, I'm writing this down and, anyway, I do some, journaling and whatever every day. And, I read my scriptures and all of that. And so I'm going to add this different thinking in when I do my Bible study in the morning and my prayer time.
You are an incredible example of doing daily devotion.
Thank you. But
It's one of the things I admire about you. And I wouldn't push you this hard, and if I didn't know that you were open to it. I just want everybody else to know that. I'm like, oh, I know Camille good enough that I know that I could push her.
Yeah.
Like this today, I wouldn't normally just.
Yes, because I want this. I want to do what it takes. I mean, I'm willing to do the work. I mean,
so let's have you change that little tiny thought process and do the work to really change it, so that all the work that you're doing just has a whole different energy to it, a confident, bold energy. Look, Leslie says you're doing amazing, and Leslie knows that. You got to believe Leslie. She doesn't lie.
Exactly. Leslie said it.
She doesn't lie.
True.
Okay, awesome. All right. Let's do someone else. Hi, Haley. Haley just took her camera, or put her camera on. Hi, I can see you now. And I want to say hi to everybody else that jumped on while we were doing that. Hi, Susie, and Allison jumped on, and Jody, and Bethany, and Christine was already on here, but I'm going to say hi anyway. I already talked about TJ. Hi, Stephanie, and Aubrey, and Raquel, and there's a couple of people that I'm not really sure. But hi. All right. Does somebody else want to come off mute and talk about, so what we're doing here is we're working through what's called the mindset model, or it can, a lot of people call it a lot of different things, but essentially what you're doing is you're identifying this process that controls literally everything in your life, where you have a circumstance in your life, that circumstance is neutral, but you have certain thoughts that pop in your head automatically about it, and they dictate your actions and feelings about that circumstance. And it affects the results that you're getting. So what we're doing on this call is we're taking a look at that thought that's holding you back and intentionally changing it and doing the work to change it, so that the whole, it realigns the whole process, so you get different results. Hi, Brooke. I just said hi to everybody just now. And hi, now you're here. So who on here would like to come off of mute and let me grill the heck out of them? Put you on the spot.
No, I do.
Hi, Brooke. And since I can't see you on the camera, I feel like I'm on a radio station. Hi, Brooke. Welcome to call 325.
Okay, I'm on camera. Yay. I'm just a hot mess today. All day.
You don't even have to turn on your camera. I just
okay.
Turn on. Welcome to the call, Brooke. Tell us what your problem is. Just kidding. Okay, Brooke, the circumstance that we're discussing in this block of Zoom calls is growing your impact. And we were just talking about at the beginning of the call that can be growing your impact on your team or growing your impact on a social media platform. So when I say that, though, when I say that the circumstance is the growth of your impact, what thoughts come to your mind that you feel might be holding you back? Like, what's your initial thoughts?
Time.
Okay.
I don't know.
Time. Okay.
And I don't know. I feel like content is a big struggle for me, and I don't feel like I want to make shareable posts, but I don't feel like I have anything that's shareable, like without copying other people, you know?
Okay.
I feel like it's all been done, or someone has, I don't know.
Okay. So no unique content. Okay. Keep going. Anything else?
I don't know. I've been doing like a ton of reels, and I just feel like I finally hit 2,000 followers, and so I'm super excited about that. Yay. But I think comparing, because like your reel just went crazy viral and you have 15,000 followers. So just when I had not viral, like I had a reel that had 170,000 views, I was like super excited about that. It was like right when you had yours that had like 2 million. And so I'm like, man, like I should just be happy with that, you know?
And we all do it, because like now I'll notice when I'm watching reels, I'm like, dang, that one has 13,000 likes on it. What the heck? And then like I look at their account and they're like, they're getting 10,000 likes on every single reel. And so I really could beat myself up that but you know what? There'll always be somebody that's doing it better than you. You know, like you could go find the comparison if that's what you're looking for. So that's perfect, Brooke. Thank you for sharing that. Also, Brooke, I do want to give you a little bit of warning. This is not a fluff call that we get on. This is like we always do tough love. Like, Camille, did I just give you some serious tough love? So
you want me to
just, I love you. Okay,
wait, I'm fine with tough love. I was just picking up from preschool, but I make my husband do it.
Okay, so the thoughts are not enough time, content can be a struggle, that you don't have any unique content, and that you've done lots of reels, but none of them have gone like viral. How does that make you feel? Like just emotions, like no, try to keep as many words out of it as you can, just share emotions with me.
Sorry, I'm not good at this.
It's hard, it's just hard work.
Yeah. Maybe just like defeated.
Defeated. Okay.
Not good enough. Like
Okay.
average.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. No, this is so good. That's very good. Well, I mean, it doesn't feel that way, but you're on the right track. Keep going.
Oh, another thing, I've been like struggling with acne and stuff a lot. And so it's really hard. Like I don't want to get on. I don't feel confident. And I don't feel like I'm like good enough at makeup sometimes. Like I watch other people, I'm like, oh, it looks, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. So Brooke, so at this point in this process where we do this mindset work, I'm not going to address really anything that you're saying. I'm just taking notes so that we can work through the process. We're kind of just like doing a brain dump for you. Okay. And I'm taking notes. Okay. So I'm just going to keep plowing forward, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to come back. So don't think I'm ignoring you.
No, I don't care.
Okay. So you already mentioned because of the acne, not enough time, feeling average, those feelings, you already mentioned that sometimes you might not show up on a certain day on your platform because of the reasons you just listed. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so action wise, your current actions in the process. So it's circumstance, thoughts, feelings, and actions. The actions is you might not act, or if you do, is it guarded or do you feel like you jump all the way in?
I definitely feel like I'm still really guarded with it. Like I've gotten a lot better, I feel like, than when I first started,
Yeah.
But then I go through like motions where I'm like, oh, I like want to be all in. And then I get like, maybe I'm posting too much, or maybe this, or so maybe other people's thoughts too is something I like worry about. Not even, I don't really care what people think. I just don't want to be like pushy or annoying, I don't know.
Yep. Okay, so you're also worried about being pushy and annoying. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. What results are you getting this month from this thought process?
Like not great.
Okay, so the results are not what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So right before you jumped on this call, I was talking to Camille and I was pushing her pretty hard. Camille, do you mind coming off mute really quick and sharing with Brooke what helped you to shift your mindset from not feeling like you are enough, not wanting to be pushy and annoying, and not having enough time or not feeling confident, like with the acne thing? What did we talk about a minute ago that helped you shift your mindset?
Okay, it was very simple that you pointed out that I already have these people that are supporting me and in my corner that love me, have seen me at my worst. They've seen me with the acne, all my wrinkles. They see me growing out my hair. They see all of the things. They've seen me be a total butt at home or whatever, and they still are in my corner. They still love me. They still support me. So if I've got those people, then that's going to boost me enough because I am enough. That just proves I'm enough, even at my worst. And then you made the comment that, but luckily, most of what everybody sees is me at my best. So I don't have to always feel like, I don't have to feel like I'm not enough. I've already proven to myself I am enough because I have this circle that loves me and supports me. Like that's kind of what I took from it.
Yep.
I like that.
So Brooke, I would have you do a similar thing, is for you to just realize that you already have, I would just make a list of 5 people. Like Riley, I'm pretty confident Riley has seen you at your worst, and yet he still chooses you.
I can think of a lot of people, a lot more than 5 that have seen me at my worst.
But they've chosen you anyway because they feel like you are someone they want to be around with and you are enough, even though they've seen you at your worst. Everybody on this call all loves you, and we haven't seen you at your worst, but people who have, they still choose you. So when you're showing up on social media and they get to see the best of you, you should be able to show up so confidently, knowing that you still have a community of people that have seen you at your worst and they still love you. You're enough. You're not pushy because you didn't push them away. So all of these thoughts that you're having, they're very adjustable to benefit. Because I can tell you right now, being worried about your acne, not feeling like you're good enough at makeup, not having unique ideas, none of these thoughts are benefiting you. Like, which one of these thoughts helps you in your life?
None.
They don't serve you. They're not serving you. And our whole purpose here is to serve other people. And if we're so caught up in
ourselves,
punishing ourselves for imaginary crap, we can't open our eyes big enough to see anybody else. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this page and we're going to rewrite that thought process. So the circumstance still doesn't change. You still want to grow on, and I know your platform is Instagram, and you do make incredible content on Instagram that is very shareable. Like, I also feel like if you were to go back and look at and I would challenge you to do this, go back and look at your past messages from people who are the comment section of your jeans reel that went so big, and look at all the people that are like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. Like, this is so true. This is so funny. I want you to screenshot them and save them in an album on your phone as like insurance for yourself to know that you are connecting with people. When you show up as your confident self, you connect with people. And that's the thought that serves you. Because what it does is it also shifts your brain over into creation mode, so that when you're going down the road and you hear a song on the radio and you're like, oh my gosh, that would be such a fun reel. Like, that's creation mode.
Yeah.
And you can't get in creation mode when you're worried about somebody else's their reel that, got 10 more views than yours did.
I'm super happy for you.
Oh no, I know. I don't care. Girl, you should see the negative comments on that reel. I can handle you saying it's annoying.
No, I'm not. It's not even jealousy. It's just like, oh man, like, I want that,
But it is human nature to say, I'm so proud of myself, especially as a 3, which I know you're an Enneagram 3, but to be like, I'm so excited I achieved this thing, and then look over and you're like, oh, but that's not as cool as her toy. Toy now.
Exactly.
Okay. So, but this process takes work to shake that mentality. And it's extra hard as a 3 because it's really, really ingrained in you pretty deep. So I'm going to try to help you talk through a new thought process that I would challenge you. Like I had Camille, she's going to do it in her daily scripture study. She's going to add in these positive affirmations specifically for her to serve her, because the negative thoughts don't serve her.
Yeah.
So for you with, all of these things, it's funny because all the things that you listed immediately, I was like, oh, that can be such a huge asset. So your acne that you feel self-conscious about. This morning when I did the minimalist makeup, I super wish that I had a pimple to cover up with the same concealer that I brightened underneath my eyes with, so that I could show that it was flexible enough to cover up a blemish. And I was jealous because I didn't have acne to cover up. Having acne, you can be like, dang, now I can really show the power of this makeup. That's a thought switch. The circumstance of having acne doesn't change, but
guess that's why I struggle with, like, I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not covering it up good enough is what I'm afraid of. Okay. So then people are going to be like, the makeup doesn't do it, but I've seen it do it for other people. I just don't feel like I know how to do it well.
Okay. So even in that instance, if you were to say to yourself, how can I show up in my most confident self? And you put those feelings to the side and you say, Brooke, how do I show up confident right now? And you would think, okay, well, maybe I just show up and do the video anyway, and I'm honest with people. And I say, listen, guys, I'm effing stressed because moving is literally the worst. It's made me break out. My acne is not usually this bad. And so I'm going to play around with some things and see if I can't get it covered up. And so I say, well, my friend Leslie, I've seen her wipe out redness on her face with Aspen. I'm going to try Aspen for the first time today. I'm going to do it live, but I know it's just makeup. I can wipe it off if I need to. No big deal. And people feel comfortable because you feel comfortable with yourself. Like when people can feel that comfort level and confidence from.
Okay, I'm definitely going to do that this weekend.
Okay. And then not enough time. So as you're growing your impact on social media and on your team, I think not having enough time is a huge asset. How many people do you think have watched me go absolutely crazy online, like posting what I'm doing all day, and they subconsciously think, if Jessica can put a business in her day, maybe I can too.
Yeah.
So being busy, I know, is not to be glorified and all those things, and we do need to rest sometimes, but that is also a script in your head, a thought process that you can flip to serve you.
Really do have time is the sad thing. I just like prioritize other things. And so,
and that happens.
and I have a 2-year-old that's like been really hard, and he like won't, I'll try to sit down and do a video, and he like is screaming at me and pulling on my stuff and like trying to grab my makeup and stuff. And so it's just like, I've kind of had a hard time hopping on and doing lives and stuff unless it's weekends or like night, but then I don't have good lighting. Like, so
Right.
I guess like that's been a struggle, but I am super excited about this move. And so I feel like I feel growth coming, kind of thing. Like,
Okay, that's good. That's really good. And I also just want to tell you, you mentioned something just now that I feel like if you were to copy and paste that same idea in other areas, you would feel more served. And what you said is, I just prioritize other things instead. I would take that thought process and take it one step farther and say, I'm the type of person who values priorities. So when my son needs me, I'm a good mom and I tend to him. And I will find time to do my video when the priorities are good. But that way you're not beating yourself up.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, you're not like, well, I should be over here doing this. Instead, you have the confidence to say, I prioritize my time, and that's important in important ways. And so like, it just allows you to breathe. And sometimes that's what we need, is just to be like, I don't need to beat myself up about this.
Yeah. Because sometimes I do feel guilty that I'm not making videos, but I just need to like be like, okay, I'll make a video that then like just schedule it out better.
Just tell you, I've never experienced in my life that guilt has served me to be better.
Yeah.
So everybody on this call, let's make a pact to ditch the guilt and the shame of not doing enough. And instead, let's take a real honest look at what we can do, because that's going to, like, gratitude and confidence are really clean burning fuels. So if you can always lead into the gratitude and the confidence piece, when you do show up, you're going to be burning at such a higher rate. Your energy will be higher, and what you produce, it will serve you better. It serves you so much better. Okay, I'm going to look at if there's anything else. The content is a struggle and no unique content. The more you tell yourself, the less you're going to be in creation mode.
Able to create.
Yeah. So I would switch out of it and be like, no, actually, when I create stuff, people connect with it. And they probably won't connect to everything that you do. Nobody can. But if it brings you happiness, it was totally worth it. Like, I know that when I make my farm reel today, it probably won't land very much, but it's going to make me super happy. Like, legit happy. And so I'm going to, and people will feel that. They'll feel that I was happy making it. It probably won't go viral. I'm sure it won't, but I don't putting the pressure on myself to make a hit reel every single time. Sometimes you just need other reels to expose people to who you really are. So when you have that high hitting, I don't wear jeans anymore, I only wear leggings reel, and then they swipe up and watch your next one, they're like, oh my gosh, I love her. She's so cute. So just know that every work that you do showing up confident benefits you. It lays a really strong foundation, because I can tell you, if I hadn't done 100 reels before the one went viral, I wouldn't have gotten any followers.
Because you just have the one. That's what I keep telling myself, is that I'm like, I've been working on my profile and working on my content and reels. That way, when they come to my page, hopefully they like it. And if I do have one that gets a lot.
Yeah. So I was talking to Jackie. She had another artist on her team that had a reel get 15 million views, and she gained 200 followers from that 15 million reel. And I'm so confident that it's because my feed was jam-packed with all kinds of content. I had girls messaging me about their miscarriages because when they wanted to see who I was, they saw who I really was. all of me. And so they got to choose to stay with me at that point. So just know every time you show up as a confident, you're not going to have everybody fall in love with you, but you're going to find your people. And that's worth way more than just the numbers. You can do more with 2,000 diehard friends than you can with 20,000 followers who just clicked follow on a whim.
Yeah.
So I just want you to lean all the way into your confidence. Jump all in, go swimming.
Okay.
And I want to see, like, you write it down in the morning, like do the work, put it as your wallpaper on your phone of your confidence and see what a difference that makes. Like, it takes work and you're going to have to fight the negative thoughts all the time. It takes work, but I know that you've done a whole lot harder things than choosing to think confidently.
Yeah.
You've been faced with so many, and Camille, same thing for you. I know both of you personally, and I know both of you have done incredible things in your life that showing up confidently to make a silly 15-minute video on Instagram is a cakewalk. And so this truly is just in your head. So stop being crazy, but we all get crazy. Me especially. Okay, Shar, I'm sorry, you've had your hand up. What's up? I was just, monopolizing the time. Did she hear me? I don't know if she heard me. Shar, do you still want to say something?
Sorry about that. I was trying to connect my pods and then it went crazy. And then I just caught that at the end. Yes, I wanted to see if I could go next.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also had something to say regarding the last two that I listened to.
I'm listening. I'm just grabbing my water. Keep talking.
Okay. I just wanted to say something that helped me with mindset. I know mindset is the topic here. Mindset is my personal topic right now. Changing my mindset. I'm actively changing it. In the beginning, it's super hard and it's easier for me to just like not deal with it or just like stuff the feelings away. But then I realized after reading and listening to a couple different things, a couple meaning like two different things, not like all the things, not 5 things. Mindset is going to be challenging, but I can work on it every day. And I really can see a difference. So one thing I wanted to say regarding like the reels, the numbers, the people, the this, let me tell you something. I think my page is awesome. If you don't follow me, I talk about self-recovery based on living with an addict or alcoholic. And that was something that I went through and have recovered from with my ex-fiance. 4 years of like hell. Didn't know what it looked like, didn't know what it sounded like. I just didn't know what addiction was. I had no clue. I was so young and I didn't understand. So getting back to that part of it, I know that I want to continue my page on Instagram and talk about that. So I'm not in addiction recovery. I'm in like spouse or like family recovery from that. And it's a very vulnerable conversation. And so I think I hope that I can be a challenge to you, Jess, because when we get started on talking about that, it's very touchy, but I know God made me to do this. Like, I know that's my niche. Anyway, circling back to what I wanted to say for the other 2 women and anybody else listening, I only have 800 followers, but I will tell you one thing that is 150% true. If 800 of those followers showed up at my damn doorstep, you would bet that I would be standing there and being like, come in and let's do this. So I don't care, love you, Jess, but I don't care if Jess got millions and millions of views. I don't care if I only got 600 views, because if it helps 600 people, what if it helps somebody you don't even know? And that helps me stay grounded. That helps keep my mindset focused. And that helps me remember that like, I am the secret sauce. Like I am the mommy juice. Like I am me. And like nobody, none of y'all, love you all, none of y'all can be me and I can't be you. And that's like the cool part about this business, right? So if you only have 2,000 followers, you're over 1,000 from me. You're over 1,000. And if they show at your doorstep, like you better put on your face because like it's about to go down. So I'm seeing all the content. Thank you.
And you know what's crazy is if you think about, do you see everybody is just like dying over what you're saying? I also want you to take whatever impact you currently have, and just like Shar was saying, like if they showed up your door, but put it in another perspective. if you had 600 people all listening to you, guys, that's bigger than a college class that's filled to the biggest college class I was ever in was like 300 people. So imagine you're a professor and you've got this jam-packed auditorium with 300 people in it, and they're all listening to what you have to say. So look at your story views. Do you have 30 people watching your stories? That's literally an entire classroom. Teach your class. They came to hear what you have to say. And then just like you were saying, like, is it a football stadium? Is it a college football stadium? Like, what is it? Who are you talking to? And give those people, you know, they can't, you're right, Shar, they came to show up for you. Now show up for them. I love that. Thank you. Oh, so helpful. Okay, well, I think what we're going to do, I feel like that's a really good place to stop. What I'm going to suggest that you guys do and beg for you guys to do, you guys have made see Shar shared yesterday, but I was talking to an artist on the phone this past week, and she told me she was sorry, but she already failed this challenge. And I'm like, but we're only 3 weeks in. How did you fail the challenge? And she had thought that she had to show up for every Zoom and show up on her chosen platform every single day in the 61 days. Otherwise, she failed. And I said, no, honey, like this means I just didn't explain this good enough. And so I want to make sure that everybody on this call knows that this challenge, why we are here, is so you can grow. And the goal is for you to grow on your platform and to lean more in and to go all in a way that you haven't done before. So that at the end of the day, yes, you want to recruit to artists. Yes, you want to help her get to artists too. But say, like Shar was sharing with us yesterday, because she jumped on yesterday, bless her heart. But she was saying, who cares if it's June 2nd and I sign up the 2 people? Have I lost anything? No. What you've done is you've built this foundation, you've grown the whole time, and you've built your business stronger over the span of it. But here's the thing, and here's the thing that I really wanted us to focus on. And I would love it if you could share your testimonial on the Southern Class page and invite girls to come back. Let them know that if they feel miserable in this challenge, if the struggle of doing this business and growing has gotten them so frustrated and they literally feel like they're swimming up a river of misery, they're in the right place. You cannot grow and feel ease at the same time. And this challenge was meant to make people feel very uncomfortable. I can speak English. So I want them to know that if they feel yucky, if they feel uncomfortable, to not say, maybe this isn't for me because I feel uncomfortable and I'm not very good at this yet, that's it. It's the opposite of that. That means you're in exactly the right place that you're supposed to be, because that means growth is happening. So I was wondering if I could beg you guys to post a selfie in Southern Class and invite people to come back to the Zoom calls, invite people to jump back in and to keep growing, because that's the purpose. The incentive and the challenge is a tiny blip in your business. And it might kickstart something, it might help iron out a mindset thing. But at the end of the day, we want to grow our businesses, and that's what this challenge is intended to help you do. Yay. Okay. Yes, that is a red light story. You're so right, iPhone. I don't know who that iPhone is, but thank you, iPhone. Success is when we love and grow whenever that happens. It's so, yep.
Jessica, you know it's always me. This is Becky.
Oh, hi, Becky. Yes. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Becky is the iPhone. Okay, thank you, Becky.
Sorry, I'm at work. I can only do what I can do, yo.
I know. I love you for being here. Thank you for being. I'm seriously going to write that down, that Becky is iPhone, because I keep forgetting that every week. I want to challenge you guys also this week to step away from being success oriented, where you have the stipulation that you're only willing to show up, only willing to create if it means that you get an immediate payback. That's a really indulgent, selfish way of thinking, instead of showing up to create joy in others no matter the result. You attract people a whole lot better that way, and you feel more confident, and it's a very positive cycle. Okay, that's my speech. So if you guys wouldn't mind sharing your testimony of saying, guys, I started this challenge, I've struggled, but that's how I know I'm in the right place, because that's where growth happens. you're invited to come back to the challenge. It's not even close to being over yet. This is just the yucky, drudgy, miserable part of a challenge is 3 weeks in. It's no longer cute. It's no longer sparkly. It's just meh. That's what challenges do. So I want to challenge you guys to keep pushing. I appreciate you guys being here so much. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.